Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Till now, we've covered a few exercises related to the right hand. We've gone over how to play the natural E scale, Saregama, and we've also covered a few exercises related to the natural E scale. Today, we'll be discussing the different types of notes and how many of them there are. And hopefully you'll have a much clearer understanding by the end of this lesson. If you haven't watched the previous videos, I should have a link above and you can go watch them. You might need something to make notes for this video. Before getting into the types of notes, you need to know how many of them there are. There are 7 notes, namely Sa, Re, Ga, Ma, Pa, Da, Ni. You must have noticed a similar pattern in Western scales as well. There's A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I'm sure you must haven't heard of an H sharp or an M flat. Hopefully you haven't. There are just 7 bass notes, and all the other notes are repetitions of these 7 notes. For example, if we go back to the exercise that we did, Sa, Re, Ga, Ma, Pa, Da, Ni, Sa. This Sa is not a different note, or to be more clear, it's not the 8th note. It's merely a repetition of the first Sa. It's just an octave higher than the first Sa. So overall, there's just 7 bass notes, and all the other notes are repetitions of these 7 notes. Now you might think, if there are just 7 notes, what about the spaces in between? Right? Because we did not play all the notes. I told you to skip some notes. What about these? We didn't play these. This is where the different types of notes come into play. In Hindustani or North Indian system of music, there are 3 types of notes. First, natural, second, flat, third, sharp, or Shuddha, Komal and Teevra, respectively. The 7 notes and their different forms, natural, flat and sharp, make up for all the music that there ever was, is present today, and will be in the future. The last time we covered all natural notes. So the natural E scale, remember I specifically said the natural E scale. That's because all the notes in this scale are natural notes. These are all natural notes. And out of these 7 natural notes, 4 of them have a flat or a Komal counterpart. And what are the 4 notes? The 4 notes are Re, Ga, Dha, Ni. Re, Ga, Dha, Ni. These 4 notes have both a flat and a natural form. And out of the 7 notes, 1 note has a sharp form. That's Ma. Ma has both a natural and a sharp form. So 4 flat notes till now and 1 sharp note. Where does that leave us? Out of 7, we have eliminated 5. Now we're left with 2 notes, Sa and Pa. What about these 2? If you remember, in the very first video, I said Sa is a special note because it is the root note of the scale. It identifies the scale. So it cannot have dual forms. It needs to be constant, and it needs to stay fixed. That's why it does not have any flat or sharp forms. Similarly with Pa, it also has a similar function. It kind of acts as the second root of the scale. It helps identify the scale. That's why these 2 notes do not have any dual forms. So what does that mean? There are 7 natural notes, 4 flat or Komal notes, and 1 sharp note, for a total of 12 notes, right? Then why do we say that there are just 7 notes? That is because the Komal or the sharp notes aren't treated as completely different notes. They're merely different forms or counterparts to the 7 bass notes. For instance, if I were singing a phrase Sa, Re, Ga, Re, Sa, Sa, Re, Ga, Re, Sa, all natural notes. And if I were to substitute the natural Re for a Komal Re, I wouldn't sing Sa, Komal, Re, Ga, Re, Sa. I'd say Sa, Re, Ga, Re, Sa. So I'm not differentiating between Komal Re and Shuddha Re. They're just two different forms of the same note. That's why 7 notes in total. Now what can you take away from this lesson? Again, I'm repeating myself, but you can note this down. There are 7 natural notes. Sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni. And then out of these 4 notes, re, ga, dha, ni, have a flat or a komal counterpart, and 1 note, ma, has a sharp or a teevra counterpart, and 2 of those notes, sa and pa, stay constant and fixed. They do not have either forms. That's it for this lesson, and in the next one I'm going to teach you how to actually play all these different types of notes. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.